Hey guys, it's DayJaMona. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're just gonna do some twists. I did deep condition my hair today, and so I'm gonna put some twists in my hair, and we're just gonna talk about dating. So if you want to see how I do my twist, how I get this look, then keep on watching.
Honey.
So I'm starting off with freshly washed hair and a microfiber towel. So it's still pretty damp at this point. But to do my twist, I use a Denman brush, a wide tooth comb, my favorite leave-in conditioner. This is the Detangler by Talia Waheed. Love this stuff. It is a leave-in conditioner, but it's also a co-wash, so very moisturizing. I also use some oil, and then I go in with a gel. Section of my hair, I do have these clips that I can now use. I'm not sure where these were purchased from, probably Amazon, so you can get those. And they sell them at Sally's too, just a different brand, but it does the same thing. So what I like to do is just section my hair off. I don't actually use a comb for the back because I don't need my parts to be as neat. I really only start to use a comb for the top. I look mad great right now. So today's topic, which this is something new, doing my hair and talking to you guys, but today's topic is dating. So I feel like I've been single for forever now. It's definitely been over a year, which is cool. Like, I've been taking this time to get to know myself and figure out like what I want to do and focus on my goals and my child, and it's worked out pretty well, I'd say. I think mostly everything that I put on my vision board to obtain last year, I did. Almost everything. So it's definitely like a good thing to be single and live out your singleness, which means like when you actually in a relationship, you're not doing single people stuff. Because I noticed that a lot, like from my peers or the relationships that I witness. Like, that's why people are like in situationships, because titles hold a lot of weight, even though we like to think that it doesn't. And yeah, so anyways, I think one of the hardest things for me about dating is the fact that I am a single parent. Like, I can't just bring anyone around my kid, and so that's what makes it like really hard. Like, nobody has time to like go through the whole process, but then at the same time, like, how else are you gonna get to know somebody if you're not going through the whole process of like going out, dating, getting to know each other, you know, asking those questions and all that other stuff that entails getting to know a person. So my thing is like time. My time is very valuable, and because I am so strongly opinionated and like I know what I want and what I don't want, to me, like, people think I move pretty fast because it's just like, oh well, you show qualities of this, I know I don't want this, so bye. But it's like, I guess it's looked at as a negative. Obviously I don't think it's that way, because I just feel like I'm not wasting people's time or my own time, because that's the only thing we can never get back. And I know y'all have heard me say that a plethora of times, and I will continue to say it because that's just my reality. So yeah, I feel like the people that actually approach me and don't find me intimidating, I don't know. I can't say like they come at me crazy, but at the same time, maybe they just don't expect me to be the person I am based on how I look. I really don't know. Like, I just feel like my options are slim out here, so, and I'm not settling, so I'm just gonna continue to be single for a while. But I don't know, like I said, the biggest challenge is finding time, taking somebody seriously. Like, we're all into this like lustful part of life. Like, I'm 25, so hormones is all crazy, but like I need someone to mentally stimulate me before they can physically stimulate me, and that's just not the priority for the opposite sex. So we can see how that's kind of a challenge. Like, and so typically that has led me to date older men, like, you know, maybe 29, 30 compared to my age now. So let's say 4 or 5 years older than whatever current age I was or am. And like, that still fails to a certain extent. So here's my first twist. You can see I go really slow, and then when it gets to the bottom, I hold it at the end point and then twirl it in one direction, and then that's it. That's the first twist. So yeah, because of my mannerisms, because I'm very goal oriented, and you know, I'm a go-getter. Meek Mill just said he wanna go a go-getter, so what's up? But because I'm so goal oriented, and because I do know what I want, and I try to learn from my experiences, but also other people's experiences. Like, I really do care about learning and growing. My biggest thing is I want to be understood, and sometimes I do realize I'm hard to understand. Like, there's just a certain type of person that can handle that and will actually like embrace the kind of personality I have. And I just know for a fact, like, I have not come across a person like that. There have been a few relationships I've had where they can handle me, I guess, for lack of better phrase. But like, I always feel like I'm in a position where like I'm teaching somebody, or I'm like almost parenting, or I'm helping them grow and helping them evolve, but I'm not getting growth and I'm not evolving. So I don't know, I feel like, you know, a man that can teach me and help guide me and lead me is really, really attractive to me. But at the same time, like, because of my demeanor, and because, you know, I can be viewed as intimidating or too strong or whatever, like, again, it takes a certain type of personality to be able to see that. So it is definitely a challenge, I think. Like, and I'm pretty straightforward and pretty blunt, so you have to be able to handle that as well, which is interesting because I'm also like super sensitive. That's the Sagittarius for you, for real. But I think as I go on, so I'm about to talk about my hair quick. I think as I go on to these twists, any like ends that don't curl up like together, I'm gonna just chop the ends. So this, I think, will be a good time for me to view my ends and see what dead ends I may have, and then cut from there. So I think I'm just gonna do, these are pretty small, but I find that the smaller I do them, like, the longer they'll last. These twists can usually last me like 4 days without being super frizzy. Like, I hate when they get frizzy, so then I'll take them out, and then I can have an additional 4 days with a twist out. So this is a 2-in-1 style for me, and again, it's very time convenient, you know, when they're actually done, and I think it's really cute. So yeah, comment down below if you understand me and these dating challenges I feel like I have. I mean, obviously right now, being deployed, ain't nobody think about dating. Like, I'm just worried about my child right now and making sure he's good, like doing what I can from where I am. Ain't nobody think about dating, but you know, it would be nice, like, to, I guess, figure out or like meet somebody that can grow me and evolve me, and it be like alchemy. That's like my favorite line now, because it's like I really do feel like you have to give and take in relationships, and you can find out pretty early on, I think, from someone if they're willing to give or what they have to give without them even saying it. So that's where you just gotta, like, that's where I have to slow down and really pay attention, and just listen to when people talk, because they can inadvertently like tell you what they want. And for the most part, I think people see that, like, because I don't need a man, like, maybe they feel like they don't have a lot to offer. Somebody actually did tell me that, like, there's like, you're good, like, you don't need a man, so I really don't have much to offer you. And it's just like, I mean, I feel like you could have some things to offer, but you have to know that within yourself. Like, you can't come to the table saying you have nothing to bring to the table and then expecting to still have a seat. Where do they do that at? I'm confused. So yeah, obviously I'm gonna be like, okay, next case for that cause. But it's just like that sort of mentality. Like, why come to the table and try to have a seat when you just outwardly say, I don't have anything to bring to the table? Like, where do you think that's gonna get you? I don't know. So moving on though, like, what challenges do you guys feel you have when dating? Like, obviously you have to really know yourself to be able to answer that question. And I would say my challenges for sure are patience, being approachable. You know, I guess my RBF doesn't allow me to be approachable, which is crazy because I still get approached. It's just not how I envision it, and maybe that's a problem. Like, I just envision something that isn't realistic. Like, I envision a gentleman and I envision chivalry, and I feel like, you know, you can look good and be an assertive, strong woman, and but that doesn't mean you like have to be approached any type of old way. Like, and maybe when you are strong, people just feel like they have to do too much, like, to get your attention. I don't know. Comment down below what you guys think. I'm gonna keep doing my hair, and when I get closer to the top, I will get back to you guys. Okay guys, so I have just a couple more twists in my head, as you can see, but I figured instead of waiting till I get like up here, well, really like up here to part, I would just try something a little bit different this time and part further back. That way, as I make twists, I can go kind of like in a different direction, because my twists usually, like, I twist going back, and so I want to see if it looks different if I'm twisting more to the side versus the back of my head. So I took my comb And I just made a middle part since I've been doing a lot of side parts lately. And I have my middle part. And now this is still my hair, no leave-in conditioner, no oil, no gel. So now that I have my section, like how I know the final product will lay, now I will start sectioning off in a, is it a lateral way? I'm gonna section off like that, and then I can twist this up, clip it away, and then I'll go through the same method of putting my leave-in on, putting a little bit of oil on that section, and then brushing through it, and then putting the gel on. And this is kind of a big piece too, so I'll probably just section it this way after I put the oil in it. And so that's why these clips are actually pretty helpful, because if I feel like I need a bigger section or a smaller section, whatever have you, like, it's not too much effort to just split this in half and then clip this up. Or I can even like wrap it around, but I have a lot of clips now, so I could just add this and then now I'm ready to go. I don't think I showed y'all how much gel I actually use. Like, that's about how much. And it's very section dependent, because my sections are definitely not even, since they're not measured, since they're not, I pretty much just pick out my parts for the back of my head. So it's really just depending on how big that section is. But I say like no more than a dime size for this particular twist. And I actually like not sectioning it off, even from the back. I think it makes the process go a lot faster. And then not having sections, it keeps it from being too like party and party. Not like party, but like part-y. And so when it's time to actually like take the twist out and have a twist out, since the twists were never really defined in my scalp, it just makes for a better twist out. So I think if I parted it more, I guess, I can't even think of the word right now. If I parted it like more clean, I guess, or more neat, and like actually made boxes, I think it would make the twist look neater, but at the same time, like, it would make for a really boxy twist out. So, and it would take a lot longer. Okay, you guys, so this side is done. People tend to think that this takes like a really long time to do, but honestly, from the last clip, probably like 12-13 minutes have passed. And I'm that specific because of the fact that I've only listened to like 3 songs since the last clip. So it really doesn't take a long time. Obviously, the smaller the twist, the longer the time it's gonna take. But I really didn't even section off the top like I normally do, because I don't think I'm gonna keep these in for longer than 2 days, honestly. Like, I know they could last longer, like I said earlier, but I just won't keep them in that long. So this is how this side looks. I like the difference in the sizes. Actually, all of the ends are twisting up pretty well, so I haven't seen any twist in particular that I feel like I need to trim. But since I don't get my hair straightened, I actually haven't straightened my hair in over 3 years now. But since I don't get my hair straightened, when I do these twists, I feel like that's the best time to trim my ends. And because the hair is kind of stretched, so to speak, I feel like it is the easiest time for me to identify which ends are dead and which ones are actually pretty healthy. So I really just base elasticity and I compare that to health. So maybe like this one, this chunk of hair is pretty healthy, whereas like maybe this one where the ends are thinner could be cut theoretically, but it's still pretty bouncy, so I'm gonna just leave it be. I actually haven't got my hair trimmed since May, when I actually got layers, and that was May last year. So it's been a whole year. I really have just been trimming as I go, but I feel like for the most part my hair is still pretty healthy, and I don't have to do too much cutting right now. So yeah, this is how this side looks in the back. So I just have this little bit to go, and then that's it. So while I do that, I did want to talk to you guys further about not really like, I guess, what I've experienced and why, just like I know what I want, other people state to me that they know what they want. And so like, there's someone talking super loud outside, sorry. But so I've experienced like people, men have told me like, oh, you have a kid? Nah. Or they've said like, you know, you've kind of like, you already have too much. Like, it was phrased to me like I'm pretty much too far in life. Like, you already have a house, you already have a kid, you've already been married and divorced, like you lived a whole life, so not interested. That's kind of like how I gathered that. Yeah, and honestly one of my biggest fears was that like I would really like someone and they wouldn't like me because of the fact that I'm already a mom. But I quickly got over that. Like the first time I went through that, yeah, it hurt because that obviously that was like a fear of mine, that I would get rejected just because I'm a single parent. But yeah, I got over that pretty quickly. But I have been told, you know, that, oh, you're already like a mom. I don't want, you know, I'm not into that whole be a parent to somebody else's child thing. Okay, like whatever floats your boat, thanks for telling me early on. But then I've also come across men that are like, I will only date moms because like your vibe is different, you're more mature, you know, you're not into wasting time, blah 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 blah. So I have seen both sides of the scale, and honestly like it could be good and bad. Like I've witnessed someone who said like they will only date you know, a mom because they have a child, so they thought, you know, that the woman would be better understanding to their life. But at the same time I feel like for that person in particular, he was just making a lot of excuses as to why he couldn't be consistent, and he was pretty much blaming being a parent on that. So, and then you also have the instance where someone says, you know, a mom is so mature and they're so nurturing, and you know they have to be a go-getter because a lot of stuff falls on them, so they're, you know, motivated and they're, you know, on their shit. And so yeah, that's like what I like, an independent woman that takes care of her own and all that she got, you know. But then they use that and be like, oh, so you're gonna take care of me, right? And it's like, no, I have a child. Why do you think I want to take care of you too? You're a grown man, you're supposed to be adding to the situation in terms of like taking a load off of me, not freaking adding on to the situation, like making yourself my second child when you're grown. Don't nobody want that. At least I don't want that. Like, I'm not trying to be no sugar mama or something like that. Not interested. So it's so interesting, like the different dynamic and how people can say what they want and mean totally different things. They can say the same exact thing verbatim, but when you like really figure out like what they mean by it, it's totally different. So yeah, comment down below what's the craziest thing people have told you they wanted, like, because I think that's probably hilarious. But yeah, so those are some of my challenges, guys. I don't think it's too hard. Like, it's not like I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll be single forever. But I do feel like where I am right now, like, in terms of how I feel about myself and what I know I offer, like, in the peace that I'm at, it's gonna take a while for me to feel like somebody's worth, you know, adding on to what I bring. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Or maybe it can happen, you know, by next year. I really don't know. Like, this is one of those things where it'll just happen. Like, I'm not out here looking for it, but I'm not out here giving it the Heisman either. So I guess when it happens, it happens. I'm trying to be open to it. Like, I am open to it. But at the same time, like, I'm reading through the bull pretty fast. Like, and I'm shutting stuff down when I feel like the energy is a no, or I feel like the vibe is a no. And I think there's this huge misconception that because, you know, I'm in the military, that I got money and I'm this and I'm that, and it's just like, yes, I'm in the military, but like, to a certain extent, like, this doesn't define me. I'm still a woman first. Like, I still pride myself on being a mom and having education, but also having fun. Like, I think people feel like I'm so serious, which when it's time to conduct business, yes, I'm serious, but I'm also hella goofy. But people like won't know that or see that until they're bold enough to get through my serious side, because that's what you're gonna see first. So that's just another challenge of who I am. Like, people that know me know that I'm goofy and I joke and I like to have fun and go on adventures, but at the same time, I can't be playful kid all the time when I have mad responsibilities and mad goals that I'm trying to attain. Like, it can't be play. So I do know that I need a super goofy person to match me, but at the same time, they need to know, like, okay, right now is playtime versus right now is be on your grind and let's be in our bags and let's make our lives better time. So there's always a balance, and I think I'm still trying to find that balance. But obviously, like, when you get with someone, that balance is going to change because you have to get on the same wavelength. Like, unless y'all just soulmates, then it'll be like that from jump. But yeah, that's a whole nother topic. So I don't know, comment what you guys think about this conversation down below. Almost done with this hair, and then I could put the Chanel on, which I call my scarf the Chanel because it's a Chanel scarf. Fun fact, I found it at the thrift store for $3. So people see like, ooh, you have a Chanel scarf, you bougie, but like, it costs $3. So am I really bougie? Am I? I mean, it's 100% silk, so at least that's what the tag say. So it's like, it's good on your hair, but is it really bougie if you didn't pay the full price? I don't know. Random fact, comment down below. So anyways, I'm almost done with this hair. I'm gonna finish it out and then close out this video for you. Okay guys, so now I'm done with my hair. This is it. As you can see, when it's bigger, you have this gap versus when you like section it a little bit smaller. Just looks a little bit better, more flawless. Looks like you have more hair. But yeah, I am satisfied. So now I could just like slick my edges down, because I did not do that like at all. Fail. But I can just slick my edges down. Since I'm about to go to bed, I'm not about to do nothing too serious. I'll just take it and bring it in like that. And slick that one down. And I kind of just do that for the twist in the front. And my little extra hair right here. And then that's pretty much it. Tie it down with Chanel and go night-night. But I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. Definitely comment down below what you think, what your challenges in relationships have been, the craziest thing people have told you about why you got put in the friend zone, why they don't want you, what they do want, even though what they want is probably retarded. It makes no sense. Just comment that down below. Definitely ready to hear it, because I think it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna make for interesting conversation. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you press that subscribe button and the bell. That is the notification button. That way every time I upload, you get notified and you can tune in. Until next time, much love.